Welcome back. So many of us are unaware of the resources out there to help us when we are in crisis and help us avoid crisis. And this is all the more so for veterans. So here with us today to help us better understand the services and resources available for vets, Greg Steen from Senior Care Advocates. So before the show today, I was just looking at the federal website for military benefits. And I would say that if you took all that information off of the internet and put it in a book, I mean, you would have like an encyclopedia worth of information. There is so much stuff. So we want to make sure that we talk about some important things today. So aid and assistance, a very underused benefits. What is aid and assistance?
So that's a program that helps people that are in home, getting care and or like in an assisted living residential care community. The VA will pay tax-free dollars to a veteran, their spouse, or their surviving spouse.
Oh, okay.
And the problem is most people don't know about it.
Right.
And so, in fact, I got a little something I brought just as a little funny here. This is from 2006 from the VA. It's an internal memo that went out.
All right.
It says, hey, in a nutshell, here's our news release. We're going to tell you about aid and attendance. And so whenever I do a workshop, I always ask people, how many of you got the memo? Everybody starts laughing, right? Because nobody got the memo.
Nobody knows about
They're
it.
still not getting the memo.
Okay, so this aid and attendance, only for aid and attendance to the veteran, or can it be for a spouse?
And a spouse, living and or like a surviving spouse.
Right.
So as long as they were, they meet the qualifications for time served and medically, then they have that benefit, and most people don't know about it, and it's
How about for dependents?
Aid and attendance isn't for dependents, but there's other programs that can be for dependents, and they're all tax-free.
Right.
The biggest challenge really is that veterans just don't know
that those things are there.
And there's just not a lot of people that are helping them understand what's there.
Right.
Veteran service offices are great and very well-meaning people, but they're snowed under. They can't even return your call most of the time. They're just doing a great job, but they're pushing papers. There's really not a great effort helping people understand what they're entitled to for their service. Yeah.
So if we want help for our spouse, how do we go about getting that through our veteran benefits?
So the first thing is, obviously we've got information on our website. You can go to the VA if you're brave like you and try to discern everything there. That's where most people are. They throw their hands up and they're like, ooh. But that being said, education and then understanding. And so a great place to start is a veteran service office. There's no charge. They will give you information, but also call us. We have a free consult, We'll help people understand what they have available, if nothing else. Then they can pursue it any number of ways. You can apply yourself. You can apply to a veteran service office. You can pay somebody that does this and, kind of knows how to get through the maze, if you will.
How long does it usually take to get approved for this aid and attendance?
So it depends on, that's a good question. It really depends on how you approach it.
Okay.
There's something called a fully developed case that the VA came up with, which is basically giving everything that they could ever need to approve or deny you all at the same time, right? If you do that, the average they'll tell you is about 7 to 9 months nationwide.
Yeah.
It used to be less. Last year we averaged 4 months.
That's not bad.
Thank you. We like to think that's pretty good. From what we hear, it's better than most. But we do have a great VA nurse that we work with, retired, and also a VA accredited paralegal. So we have, I think a good way to get through that.
Does the veteran need to have served in combat to be qualified for these services?
Not in combat, but during a period of conflict. So for instance, a lot of people ask, well, I wasn't in Vietnam, so I probably don't qualify.
Yeah.
Well, actually, as long as you were active duty during a period of conflict, you don't have to have been in Vietnam or Germany or whatever, but you have to have those qualifying dates, which we have on our website, and we can give people, and then you have to qualify, with your medical condition.
Right.
And that's...
But we've talked about that before, that now, the rules for what they can deny what they can ask you are now different, and we've got
the PACT Act.
Yeah, we have a great segment on that. So Senior Care Advocates, if it seems confusing to you, you are not alone. That's why you should call Senior Care Advocates, because they can help you navigate, what you are owed and what benefits that you might be leaving on the table. So Greg Steen, thank you so much for being here today. We always appreciate when you come. Thank you. Coming up here, they are popping up all over the place. Are they a security measure or a privacy risk? What you need to know about flock cameras in your neighborhood. Stay there.